Namaskar and hello everyone. Myself Dr. Vaijayanti Ramawat, Assistant Professor at MGV's MSG College Malegaon Camp. Here I welcome to all my dear students. Today we are going to learn human resource planning. So let's start with the objectives. By this presentation you will get understand the concept of human resource planning, the scope and nature of human resource planning, the objectives of HR planning, as well as the process of HR planning and advantages of human resource planning. In this presentation, we will study different aspects of human resource planning. Therefore, let us try to understand the meaning of human resource planning. Human resource planning is the process of forecasting a firm's future demand and supply of the right type of people in the right number. It means deciding the number and type of human resources required for each job, unit, and the company in order to carry out organizational activities. It is a process by which an organization moves from its current manpower position to the desired manpower position. Human resource planning, also known as manpower planning, which involves identifying staffing needs by analyzing properly the available human resources and determining what additions or replacements are required in order to maintain the staff of the desired size and quality. Let's understand the meaning of human resource planning with the help of some definitions. According to E.W. Waiter, human resource planning is a process by which an organization should move from its current manpower position to its desired manpower position. Though planning management strive to have the right number and right kind of people at the right places at the right time, doing things which result in both the organization and individual receiving maximum long run benefits. Now we will see the nature of human resource planning. The nature of human resource planning is its deal with the future personal needs. The next, it is a part of strategic management of the company. The next nature is it's creating highly talented personnel as well as it followed international strategies. Another nature is it is a foundation for personnel function and increasing investments in human resources. Next is it's have the power of resistance to change and move. And also HR planning units the perspective of line and staff management. Now moving towards the next scope of human resource planning. The scope of human resource planning consists of evaluation of manpower, which is connected to changes in technology and physical amenities. The next is target location for development in performance indices from pre-modernization to post-modernization setting. Another scope is examination of existing manpower, outlined with the references to the evaluated requirements during and after modernization and arriving at a loss. Next scope is preparing for a conference. The shortfalls in terms of QAS requirements and use of right number of people at the exact time. The next scope is developing a distribution model for redeployable workers. Another scope is recognition of uncreative work practices, examination thereof, and planning for removal of the restricted practices. Another scope is developing a systematic training plan, which includes need identification, module training, calendar preparation with names of contestants and extent of training, as well as supervising monitoring effectiveness of teaching and calendar for refresher course. After the scope, we will see some important objectives of human resource planning. In this, focusing on the area where human resource is required. There could be some departments or sections in an organization where there are less number of employees appointed than required. In such cases, present employees get burdened and lose trust in their work. So it is the responsibility of the human resource planning department to see the fulfillment of the requirement of the respective section to generate efficient performance from the employees. Another objective of human resource planning is making manpower available as and when required. In sectors like information technology, attrition is the biggest problem. Providing the right person at the right place and at the right time is crucial. In such cases, the human resource planning department should have a ready-made plan for filling that position with the given budget. The human resource planning department has to anticipate the number of employees required in future to avoid delay. Another objectives of HR planning is controlling the cost of human resource. Making people happy with the same salary in these high inflation times is a tough task for the human resource department. Manpower planning tries to reduce labor cost, recruitment and replacement cost. After that, the next object is providing training and development programs. To compete in the changing technology, an organization has to take initiative towards the employees' development. Analyzing the future requirement of the company and finding the skill set required is the basic objective of the organization. This will make employees ready for the future changes and organizations can save time on finding people from outside. After that, another objective is coping up with changes. Human resource planning is required to cope up with changes in the market condition, technology, products and government regulations in an effective way. So these are the objectives of human resource planning. Now we will see the human resource planning process. Here you can see the HR planning process diagram. This process starts with the environmental scanning. It monitors those external forces which influence the organization. Managers monitor economic factors, technological changes, demographic changes, political and legal issues, and social concern. By scanning the environment, organization can take precautionary action to protect organizations from future losses. Another step of this human resource planning process is organizational objectives and policies. Organizational policies are based on objectives. The number and type of employees could be decided as per the objectives of an organization. After getting a clear understanding of the objectives, the HR department has to handle those concerns which management has for an organization. The next is HR needs and forecast. An organization has various demands which needs to be fulfilled from time to time. Need forecasting can help in measuring the job requirements necessary for producing a given number of goods and services. Also, to determine the staff mix which is desirable in the future. After that, analyzing the exact requirement of the staff for the respective sections or departments so as to reduce cost. So, need forecasting help in various manners. After that, the next is HR supply forecast. Forecasting of manpower supply is essential to meet the future demands. It measures the number of people likely to be available from the internal and external environment. After that, the next step of this process is HR programming. The focus of human resource programming is to ensure that the vacancies created through demand and supply forecast can be filled by the right persons at the right places doing the right job at the right cost. Thus, the existing number of personnel and their skills are compared with the forecasted needs of identifying gaps, and the HR programs is prepared accordingly. The next step is human resource plan implementation. The human resource requirements needs to be identified along with the procedure to meet those requirements. This means preparing an human resource plan. It should be supported by relevant policies, programs, and strategies. After that, the last step is control and evaluation of program. Controlling the objectives of human resources needs to be verified through surplus and shortage of employees. So these are the steps of human resource planning process. Now we will see some advantages of human resource planning. Manpower planning plays an important role at both micro as well as macro level. It have various advantages like it checks the corporate plan of the organization. Human resource planning offsets uncertainties and changes to the maximum extent possible and enables the organization to have right men at right time in right place. Another advantage is it provides scope for advancement and development of employees through training, development, etc. Next, it helps to anticipate the cost of salary enhancement, better benefits, etc. It helps to anticipate the cost of human resources, facilitating the formulation of budget in an organization. It gives an idea of type of test to be used and interview techniques in selection based on the level of skills, qualification, intelligence, values, etc. of future human resources. Thus, it can be said that manpower planning definitely helps to increase the prospects of an organization in managing its resources in a better way and coping more effectively with dynamic situations. I hope you clearly understand the human resource planning very well. Thank you.